You know, some songs say one thing, but they make you feel something completely different. Well, today we're diving deep into one of the absolute masters of that, Bob Dylan's Most of the Time. It's this incredible, subtle, and psychologically rich piece of songwriting, and we're going to figure out just how he pulls it off.
So if you just glance at the lyrics, the song seems pretty straightforward. The narrator's telling us he's doing okay after a breakup. He says he's focused, he's steady, he's pretty much fine. He's moved on. Right? Well, maybe not.
And that right there, that's the central mystery of this song, isn't it? The words on the page are all about recovery, but the feeling you get when you listen, it's just this deep, lingering heartbreak. So what's going on? How does Dylan create that giant gap between the words and the feeling? That's what we're going to unpack.
Okay, let's get into it. The power of this song doesn't come from some big, dramatic confession of pain. No, it's way more clever than that. Dylan builds the entire thing on this incredible contradiction, a battle between what the speaker says and what the song actually shows us. Here is the absolute key to unlocking this song. Denial isn't just the topic, it's the actual blueprint. It's the song's DNA. Just think about it. Every single time our narrator tries to convince us that he's fine, another little crack appears. The more he reassures us, the more we start to doubt him. So let's zoom in and really look at the language itself. To get how this works, we need to pick apart the specific lyrical moves Dylan is making to create this effect. It's pretty amazing. The best way to think about the singer here is not as a liar, but as an unreliable witness to his own feelings. He's not really trying to trick us. He's trying to trick himself into believing he's okay. And that means our job, as the listener, is to read between the lines. And this lays it out perfectly. On one side, you have his claims. I'm focused. I'm steady. But then you have the evidence in the song itself. The fact that he has to keep repeating that he's okay suggests he isn't. The way he keeps qualifying everything with most of the time, well, that just undermines the whole idea that he's steady. It's a performance, and what we're actually hearing is the incredible effort it takes to keep that performance from falling apart. What's so wild is how that title phrase, most of the time, completely changes its meaning as the song goes on. The first time you hear it, it sounds like a shield, right? A confident statement. But by the second or third time, it starts to sound more like a disclaimer, like he's hedging his bets. And by the end, it feels like a quiet, heartbreaking confession of what he's really going through.
Exactly. You know, in most songs, the chorus is there to hammer an idea home, to reinforce it. Dylan completely flips that on its head. Here, the repetition actually dismantles the idea. It creates doubt. The more he says it, the less we believe him, and the more we think about all those other times he's not talking about.
But look, the words are only half the story here. We absolutely have to talk about the sound, because to really get this song, you have to hear the production on the album Oh Mercy. It's a game changer. Yeah, the producer, Daniel Lanois, he doesn't just record the song, he creates this whole sonic atmosphere, this emotional weather system around the lyrics. And here's the thing. That sound does not support the singer's claims of being okay. It's like the music is tuned into his subconscious, totally contradicting what he's saying out loud.
So what does that actually sound like? Well, for one, the arrangement is super spacious, almost swampy. It has this late-night, lonely mood, like someone thinking to themselves in the dark. There's this kind of haunted quality to the instruments, and the whole thing never really builds to a big emotional release. It just sort of hangs there, in this state of suspense. It never resolves, because he has never resolved it.
And that's really the perfect way to put it. The music hears right through him. It's revealing the truth that his words are trying so hard to cover up. It's like the production itself is this deep psychological insight, and it's showing us all the fragility he's trying to hide.
Okay, so we've got the words, we've got the music, let's put it all together. When you combine that lyrical denial with that sonic uncertainty, what do you get? Well, you get a picture of something that is incredibly and painfully human.
This is what makes the song a work of genius. It's not about being totally crushed, and it's not about being completely healed. It's about that messy place in the middle, partial recovery. It's that feeling we've all had where, yeah, you can get through your day, you can function, but that emotional residue is always right there under the surface. It's about how healing isn't a straight line. And this is maybe the biggest idea we've talked about. The reason this song feels so true isn't a flaw, it's the entire point. The song's honesty is created by its contradictions. That gap between what he says and what the music shows us, that's where the real story of the heartbreak lives. It's so relatable because it's a perfect performance of someone just trying to hold it together. I just love this idea. Dylan shows us that truth in art doesn't have to be some loud, dramatic confession. Sometimes, the most honest thing you can do is show the struggle, to show someone trying to tell a lie to themselves and capture that beautiful, heartbreaking moment when it starts to fall apart. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. This idea of finding the truth in the cracks, in the failure of language. Where else do we see that? In books? In movies? Maybe even in our own lives, when we're trying to talk about the things that are hardest to say. It's a really powerful way to think about art and about us.